We'll add in a new artboard here. Let's rename that to My Stations. Drag that down below. Change the background color to F8, F8, F8. Grab the status bar. Now we need the header, which has a height of 64. Background color of white. And bottom border, 0.5, 0 on the blur. Change the color to CCC and up the opacity all the way up. Just rename this and place this below the status bar. Next, we'll get the menu icon, 20 by 2. Change the color to the dark blue. We'll duplicate that down by 5. Select all the rectangles, combine the shapes together, rename it menu icon. Let's get it positioned. Okay, and we'll add in the notification badge. Got the color here off screen. We'll also want a border with a position outside and a thickness of 2. And I'll rename this to notification badge. Next we'll need the nav. So let's drag that out, width of 214 and a height of 36. Background color of EEE and a radius of 18. Let's make sure that's all centered up, and 4 from the bottom. Rename that. I'm going to group this together and rename the group nav. And we can work inside here, add in the active BG. And that is 106 by 30, with a fill of white and a radius of 15. We'll get that positioned up three all around the sides, and I'll rename this to active BG. We'll add in the text, My Stations. Okay, get that positioned properly. The right line height of 20. And we'll duplicate this over. Call it Browse. Make sure it's positioned right. And that this color is the dark blue on My Stations. And that is the header. So we'll group that together. Just name it header. Next we'll need is the ability to create stations. So that has a height of 60. And the background fill is none, so we'll get rid of that. It does have a bottom border. Do negative 0.5 and blur of 0. CCC on the color, up the opacity to 100%. And I'll just rename this to BG. And we'll create the plus icon here. It has a border, the dark blue. I'll just rename this to BG. We'll add in the actual plus icon. Width of 2, height of 16. A background color of white. Let's get this centered up. Selecting that rectangle, duplicating it, and rotating it 90 degrees. We'll group it together and name it plus icon. Just group these all together and call it add. Create the text for station. Create station. Font size of 16. Color of 333. And a line height of 24. Let's make sure this is about 24 pixels here from the side. Okay. And let's make sure this is all centered up. 18 by 18. Great. So we'll group all these layers together. Just call it create station. And we'll duplicate that down. Call this shuffle. And we'll rename this layer here to shuffle as well. Okay. We do not need this, but we do need a new icon. So starting with the line, just create a length of 20. And I like to get rid of these fractions here. Okay, and we will change the color here to 999 and the thickness to 2. Next, we'll want to select one of these points, bring it up by 11, double click to enable the handles, and then shift select out. I don't need this side one here, get rid of that. So this position here is 32. I'm going to want this anchor about 10 pixels away, so at 22. And then same thing down here. We will double click, hold shift. Now we'll get rid of that handle. This position here is 12, so this position should be 22. Now let's just make sure that it's looking good. I will duplicate it. I'll flip it, the Y, and I'll reselect the original line and add in a new border. First I'll drag it below, change the color to match the background, F8, 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 and we'll want the thickness to be 6. Now we'll want the arrows, so just drag in a triangle. It should be 6 by 4. We'll change the color here to 999, and we will rotate it 90 degrees. So we'll just nudge that down, duplicate it, get it positioned, get it all lined up. All right, that looks good. Just rename this to Shuffle Icon. Shuffle Icon. And we'll call this good for now.